Good morning. We are just now going to be adding content to the site. So now that we're going to be adding content, let's first try to get this ice cream and the image of and the text over there. We're going to be starting to do this just by using tables, just to teach you a bit of tables and whatnot. Be a nice way of doing it. First thing I'm wanting to do is I don't like that fact that my logo is so large, and we're using it. It doesn't resize according to what we want. It's within a header which is 15 VH. So I'm even thinking we can actually make this 13 VH by, let's say 10 VW estimate, just so that we can work with the width a bit better. Yeah, that's fine. Maybe a little bit smaller. Like this. 12. That. Yeah. Now, anyway, let's go into this. What I'm going to do is in my actual code here, we're now going to add content into it. So now instead of actually just putting them as separate items, we're going to use a table to coordinate it. Now we don't have to defaultly, and I'll show you when you got there. So now the first thing I'm doing is I'm saying I am going to be making a table. I am then going to say I want a table row. Now in this case, so that's a table row. So the first thing indicates that it's a table. The second thing indicates now I want to show you for the first time adding a comment. This is a row. Now this tag means that the browser ignores it. It's just a comment for the programmer so that they know what's happening. So that's open curly bracket, open triangle brackets, exclamation mark, dash dash, and then you would say whatever information you wanted to, dash dash, close inverted commas, and that there, close triangle bracket. Right, eventually. So that just shows you to add a comment. The next thing you'll do is you'll actually add a cell. Now you have two different things. You have TH, which means table header, or you have TD, which means table data. And in the first table header, we would want the image. And it just takes some different properties. And the next table header, we would maybe want the word ice cream. You can put that still in the heading 1, your choice. And now what we can do is we can, for example, set a class for this table. Okay, and then we can go to our style sheet and modify this specifically. Now, what I'm going to show you here is we're going to say in our style sheet we're going to go down. We now have got the class. Remember to do it refer to a class, we go dot, and then in this case TBL heading, and open curly brackets, enter. So I'm going to set the width of this to be let's just say 50 VW, so 50% of the view plane width. And I'm then going to do something a little bit more tricky here. I'm going to say TBL heading space TH. Now what that means is that the TH of a table heading is going to take on these properties, and I'm going to set the width to be 50%, which means 50% of the actual table thing. We'll see anyway. One thing I also want to do is I want to set a border for this. So I'm going to say border style to be double, let's say, and I'm going to have to set a border width to be 2 pixels. Right. So we've set the different properties of our table here. Now if we're going to run this, and I press F5, you'll see there's a table out there. It's a bit too large, but it's taking 50% of it. It's got the properties that I wanted to. I'm thinking the table height, we need to try and make it a little bit smaller at the moment because it's looking too large. I think it's because the image is too large. So let's just take the height down of this further to 7 VH, sorry. I got these the wrong way. This should be VH, this should be VW. That makes sense. So now if I say height 10, it should actually be fine. I got my width and my height swapped around. Not very clever of me. Whoa. Okay. Anyway, it's looking better. Obviously, you don't have to show the borders, and often you won't in a table. The table is just often to align stuff. So if I just don't show the borders, you'll see there that it will just align them. So it will have the ice cream on the one side and then on the other side. You can make it a bit smaller so it looks a bit neater. but for now I'm just going to leave it like that because it's amazing. The next step that we're going to do is we're going to add in our navigation bar, the area to go between our different pages, and we're going to also use a table in this case. You don't have to, but we are going to use a table in this case. You can also use list items, and you can then put it sideways. If you want to play around with that, look at W3 Schools. It shows you a nice way of using list items. But I'm going to put a table. I'm going to put pictures in the table later on, not in this episode, and we will then use those to link through. So I'm going to go into index.html. We're now going to go to our nav tag, and we're going to create a table. And inside that table, we want a singular row, so tr table row. We then want multiple table data. So I'm going to have, we've got 3 pages. We've got our home page. We then have, I'm just going to copy paste, 1, 3. So I'm going to have 3, and then I'm going to call this class equals to, and I'm just going to call this TBL. Actually, I'm going to leave the class out because I want to show you something here, just as a little trick. And I'm going to put here, now we would want to go home. Here we would want to go to page 1, and here we would want to go to page 2. So in my style sheet, I'm going to show you a little trick. Is we can now just say the following. We can say nav space table, meaning that all tables inside the nav tag are going to take on this property. So then I could say width is 100 BW, meaning it will take up the full width of the pane. So now when I press F5 here, page 1, home, page 2, page 3. But now you'll see it's not a line center, so what we can do is we can go nav. The center is always tricky. I've always battled with center. I don't know if it's me just being stupid. So if anyone can give me hints on how to get things centered other than just by surrounding with a center tag, but in style sheets to center things, I've always found it a little bit tricky. So table TD, TRTD technically, but RTD should work as well. We can align center. So let's see if this works. I've always had troubles with center, as I've said to you in the past, and I'm still having problems with center. So let's try, firstly, let's just see if this is working. So let's go and set a border dash style to be ridge and a border width. Remember, without a border width, it won't work. So if I just put a style without a actual width, it won't even be shown. Okay, so it is working. Just the line does not work. The line content center doesn't work. Line items, flexible box layout line, line adjust. Okay, it's not working too well. Alright, so let's try a different way. I'm not going to, before I go and play around with the center here, because the center, as I say, I always battle with, but let's get rid of this for now. I'll worry about that later. Right now what I want to do is I'm going to show you how to actually get it to link to different pages. So I'm going to go back to my index, and you can do a couple of ways of doing this. You're going to be saying A, which is your A tag, which means it's a, I don't even know what it stands for, but okay, so we're hrefing, so the reference base is going to, if you go control spacebar, we want it to go to index. Now, even on your home page, you should link your home button to your home page. It just allows to refresh and so forth. It's a good habit to get into. And then also we'll later copy and paste this across. So same thing here as you would do for the page 1. You would put A, href, enter, control spacebar. We want this one to go to page 1. Because remember, if it's in the same folder, it allows us to work from that folder. Now, do not, whatever you do, use the full C drive backslash da 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 backslash da da da, because then it won't work when you upload it to a server. So you must make sure you just directly point to the page on there. So it's very important that you point directly to the page in relation to where this page is, so that it'll work on different items there. So now we're going to close our A tag. And now these pages will work. Right now, obviously, my page, so if I refresh this and I click on page 1, it will take me to page 1. But I don't have any content there. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to, for now, in my section, just put there a heading 1 that will say home. Now, strangely, this is me cheating a bit. Remember, you're spelling in American. If I got F5 here, you'll see home is now popped into the center here. You can do this. This shouldn't be done yet. Should be done in the cascading style sheet. But as I say, I always battle. I'm not sure why. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy mine across to page 1, page 2, and page, oops, I want to copy it across into style sheet. So page 1 and page 2. So now when I, in my page 1, I want to change it to be home, I want to change it to be heading. Later on when I complete my design, which I haven't yet, I'll overwrite this. This is just so we can show you that it is working and that we can navigate between them. And this will also be page 2. Alright, so now if we go home, and I got page 1, goes to page 1, I want to go to page 2, fail. Page 2 is not found or was deleted. That's fun. Page 2. Weird. Home, page 1, page 2. Interesting. So obviously my link is pointing to the wrong location. I'm going to be... thanks very much for coming through. So I'm recording a live YouTube video, so no, you can continue. It's just... Alright, so the reason why is obviously my link is pointing to the wrong location, so page 2.html, I didn't open the inverted commas here, so it wasn't pointing to the correct location. So now that it is fixed, Control F, so F5, refresh your page, page 2, hello, still not working, always fun. So let's try to get this working. So I've got index.html, I don't know if I fixed it on all tabs, so it would have been broken on all tabs here. So I need to make sure I fix it on all tabs. So I fixed on page 1, and I must fix it on index as well. Okay, so I fixed it on all locations. So when you make sure you point to the correct location, when you run this now, home, page 1, page 2. Okay, so the links now work. Now, on from there, you can add content into here, and you can make it so that it will have a drag down box here. And I'm going to show you that in the next video. So this is just showing you how to link between pages and how to use tables to sort of lay out some links and lay out some stuff in here. In the next tab, I'm going to show you how you add content. You can put scroll panels that will add content into here and a couple of little tricks. And in the final video after that, we'll just go through how to use W3 Schools or whichever website so that you can embed things, how you can add extra cool stuff. Whatever you want to add, you can add into your stuff. So we can look at how it's got a bit more advanced. But after the next video, you should have enough to be able to do well in your project. Cool. Enjoy your day. Here we are. I was going to replace these links with buttons. That might be the next bit. Yeah, whatever. Okay, bye.